Yeah, well, this is rare for here
Yeah.
to have the humidity. It's usually really dry here.
Yeah, I would think.
Las Vegas glitters, but behind the neon lights, Count's Kustoms became a legend. When Counting Cars premiered in 2012, it wasn't just about restoring classics. It was about the personalities who brought them to life. Danny the Count Koker, wild artists, master bike builders, and steady managers. They all shaped a world fans couldn't stop watching. But what happened after the cameras stopped rolling? Some stayed in the spotlight, some moved behind the scenes, and some quietly kept creating. In this video, we uncover where the Counting Cars crew is now in 2025 and how they continue to leave their mark on car culture. Danny the Count Koker. Danny the Count Koker, the rock-loving heart of Las Vegas, didn't slow down after Counting Cars ended. Known for his magnetic presence on TV, Danny breathed life into rusty classics at Count's Kustoms, transforming them into stunning custom builds that left viewers in awe. With his iconic Brother Man catchphrase and unmistakable rock and roll flair, Danny became instantly recognizable. Beyond the garage, he led his own band, Count's 77, keeping 70s hard rock alive while continuing to star in the Pawn Stars spin-off from 2012 to 2021, completing all 10 seasons. This cemented his role as both a car culture icon and television mainstay. Fast forward to 2025, Danny is still steering Count's Kustoms with the same energy, appearing at events like Full Throttle Saloon in Sturgis, Syracuse Nationals, and his own Las Vegas Museum for fan meetups. Even after closing Vamped on June 28, 2025, following 16 years of music and performances, Danny views it as a pivot rather than an end. The Count remains active, working on secret new projects while keeping the rock and roll flame alive with surprise performances at venues like the Copa Room at Bootlegger Bistro. Danny Koker proves that even after reality TV fame fades, passion and dedication continue to drive a legacy that merges cars, music, and culture. The Count is far from gone. He is very much alive in the garage, on stage, and in the hearts of fans worldwide. Horny Mike, Michael Henry. Among the colorful personalities at Count's Kustoms, few stood out quite like Michael Henry, better known to fans as Horny Mike. With his wild creativity, playful personality, and fearless approach to airbrushing, Mike quickly became one of the most unforgettable figures on Counting Cars. His specialty wasn't just painting cars, it was turning rusty, forgotten vehicles into vibrant, eye-catching masterpieces. But what really set him apart were his signature 3D horns and bold artistic flair, which became his personal trademark and earned him instant recognition among fans. Mike's story begins in Michigan, where he grew up in a trailer park. Even as a child, he was drawn to anything with wheels. He would tinker endlessly with bikes and cars, learning the mechanics and developing his artistic sense at the same time. After high school, Mike took an unconventional path. He lived out of a van and hustled by repairing vehicles and bicycles, gradually honing the skills that would eventually define his career. His combination of mechanical ability and eccentric artistry made him a perfect fit for the daring world of custom vehicles. By the time Counting Cars premiered in 2012, Horny Mike had fully developed his playful, rebellious style. The nickname Horny Mike came from his habit of attaching three-dimensional horns to nearly everything he touched: cars, helmets, and custom pieces alike. When Danny the Count Koker saw his unique approach, it was clear that Mike's creativity would be an instant asset to Count's Kustoms. On screen, he wasn't just the airbrush artist, he was a scene stealer, delivering humor, bold ideas, and a contagious energy that kept audiences entertained. Fast forward to 2025, and Horny Mike is still going strong. He continues to create jaw-dropping custom paint jobs and 3D designs at Count's Kustoms, sharing his work on social media and online platforms, keeping fans engaged with every new project. Beyond the shop, Mike has built a personal brand that reflects his eccentric personality. From quirky merchandise like horned accessories, caps, and t-shirts, to collectible bobblehead figures based on his likeness, His creativity extends far beyond airbrushing alone. But his flair isn't just for show. In December 2022, Mike demonstrated that his talent can serve a higher purpose when he raffled off a 2016 Dodge Challenger for charity. This act showed fans that his wild artistry comes with a generous heart and a commitment to community. Even now, Horny Mike perfectly embodies the spirit of Count's Kustoms, a mix of humor, imagination, and skill. His energy, eccentricity, and craftsmanship continue to captivate fans and fellow car enthusiasts alike. Whether he's creating daring 3D designs, sharing his latest work online, or surprising the public with charitable projects, Horny Mike remains as vibrant, fearless, and influential as ever, proving that creativity and individuality are timeless. Rolley Sabbo, the Hungarian detailer. Rolley Sabbo, the detail master at Count's Kustoms, brought a mix of polish and personality to every car he touched. With his thick Hungarian accent and witty one-liners, Rolley quickly became a fan favorite while ensuring that every vehicle gleamed like new. Before joining the show, Rolley had a varied background. A former police officer, army ambulance driver, bodyguard, PVC pipeworker, and chauffeur for the world's smallest man. His diverse experiences and strong work ethic made him a natural for the fast-paced environment of Count's Kustoms. From 2013 to 2018, he brought humor, charm, and meticulous detailing skills to the series. After stepping away from television, Rolley launched his own business, Rock and Rolley Custom Detailing, offering premium car detailing services across Nevada and even up to Quebec, Canada. Despite challenges like the COVID-19 pandemic and equipment theft, he rebuilt his business and maintained his reputation for excellence. Fans still follow his updates on Instagram, where he shares work highlights and stays connected to the community. Rolley left the show amicably, choosing to focus on craftsmanship and authenticity over TV fame. Even off-screen, he demonstrates that quality and personality can coexist, building a business that reflects his dedication and love for cars. Shannon Iiko. Among the talented cast of Counting Cars, few had a presence as quiet yet powerful as Shannon Iiko. While others were commanding attention with vibrant personalities or larger-than-life antics, Shannon let his work speak for him. He became known as the ultimate bike builder, a craftsman who could turn ordinary choppers into rolling works of art. Each motorcycle he built wasn't just a vehicle. It was a story told in steel, chrome, and paint, a reflection of precision, skill, and an almost poetic creativity. Shannon's journey began on the sun-soaked island of Oahu, Hawaii, where he grew up learning mechanics alongside his father, Jimmy. From a young age, Shannon developed a deep fascination for how machines worked, absorbing lessons in engineering, craftsmanship, and patience from his dad. Before joining Count's Kustoms, he honed his skills at Evil Twin Cycles, perfecting the techniques that would later make his creations the centerpiece of the show. Among all his builds, his favorite has always been the 1977 Purple Haze FXE, a motorcycle powered by the last engine his father ever built. That bike became more than a machine. It became a tribute to family, legacy, and dedication to the craft. By the time Counting Cars showcased his talents, Shannon's work quickly spoke volumes. Fans admired his ability to fuse art with engineering, creating motorcycles that weren't just functional, they were breathtaking. On camera, he exuded a calm confidence, letting his skill take center stage, while the bikes themselves became his voice. Whether it was crafting intricate frames, custom handlebars, or precision-engineered engines, Shannon's touch elevated every project. Fast forward to 2025, and Shannon remains deeply immersed in the motorcycle world. He frequently appears at major events like the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally, displaying brand new rides and giving live demonstrations, sometimes installing fresh Avon tires or showing intricate bike setups on Count's Kustoms social media platforms. His work continues to garner respect from the automotive community. Back in November 2024, he was invited as a celebrity guest at the AAPEX Automotive Expo, a nod to the industry's acknowledgement of his enduring talent. Shannon's legacy isn't built on fame or fanfare, craftsmanship, and the kind of patience that transforms raw metal into art. Every weld, every curve, every engine he touches carries a sense of soul and purpose. From his father's final engine to innovative new designs, Shannon ensures that every motorcycle leaving his hands is both a technical marvel and an emotional statement. In the universe of Count's Kustoms, Shannon Iiko is not just a builder. He is the heart and soul behind some of the most iconic bikes ever created, quietly shaping the culture and leaving an indelible mark on fans and enthusiasts alike. Kevin Mack. In the high-octane world of Count's Kustoms, where engines roar, sparks fly, and creativity knows no bounds, Kevin Mack stood as the silent, steady force behind the chaos. If Danny the Count Koker was the magnetic, larger-than-life frontman, then Kevin was the backbone, the person ensuring that every project, every event, and every detail stayed on track. Long before Counting Cars aired, Kevin had been by Danny's side for over 20 years, blending friendship with a deep understanding of the practical side of running a custom car shop. While the cameras captured the excitement of custom builds and dramatic transformations, Kevin was the quiet hand guiding the engine of Count's Kustoms, keeping everything humming smoothly. Fans quickly noticed Kevin's unique presence on screen. He wasn't flashy, nor was he seeking the spotlight. Instead, his calm demeanor, meticulous approach, and unwavering reliability created a perfect counterbalance to Danny's fiery creativity. Whenever a project risked going over budget, Kevin ensured that the vision remained achievable. Whenever the team faced tight deadlines, he maintained order and focus. His ability to manage both the chaos of custom builds and the human dynamics of the shop earned him respect from viewers and the crew alike. By 2025, Kevin Mack's role remains as critical as ever, even without the television cameras capturing his every move. He continues to be deeply involved with Count's Kustoms, traveling to major car events such as the Syracuse Nationals, Detroit Autorama, and countless other shows, representing the brand with professionalism and precision. Behind the scenes, he organizes tours, manages schedules, maintains connections with fans, and ensures that Danny's creative vision is executed flawlessly. While the show may have concluded in 2020, Kevin's dedication has never wavered, proving that true influence often happens out of the spotlight. Kevin is a reminder to fans and enthusiasts that success isn't just about on-screen drama or flashy builds. It's built on steady hands, careful planning, and the quiet confidence of someone who keeps the wheels turning, literally and metaphorically. Without Kevin, Danny's empire might have struggled to maintain its momentum. With him, Count's Kustoms continues to flourish, preserving its reputation as one of the most respected custom shops in the country. Kevin Mack embodies the heart of consistency, loyalty, and professionalism, proving that sometimes the most essential stars are the ones working diligently behind the scenes, ensuring the legacy lives on. Ryan Evans. If you've ever marveled at the dazzling paint jobs on Counting Cars, chances are you've seen the magic of Ryan Evans. Every intricate line, airbrushed graphic, and custom finish that made the shop's cars stand out bears his unmistakable touch. Ryan didn't start in a professional studio. His journey began humbly in his parents' garage in Killeen, Texas, where he nurtured his early fascination with painting and car customization. Driven by a passion for car culture and a desire to perfect his craft, he eventually moved to Los Angeles, hoping to turn that passion into a career. 3 years later, his talent caught the attention of Danny Koker and Shannon Iiko, who brought him to Las Vegas to join Count's Kustoms. There, Ryan quickly became the head painter and airbrush artist, turning ordinary vehicles into rolling pieces of art. His work was more than decoration, it was storytelling. Each car, each paint job was infused with personality, emotion, and technical precision. By 2015, his brilliance was formally recognized when Airbrush Action magazine awarded him Best in Show at SEMA for a stunning 1973 Boattail Riviera. This accolade cemented his reputation as one of the most creative influences at Count's Kustoms. Even in 2025, Ryan shows no signs of slowing down. He continues to travel across the country to major automotive events, from the NAPA Syracuse Nationals to the Detroit Autorama, Indy Autorama, Portland Roadster Show, and Blast from the Past, demonstrating his skill and engaging with fans in person. Social media has become another canvas for him. Fans eagerly follow his updates to see new builds, fresh airbrush designs, and behind-the-scenes glimpses of his creative process. Count's Kustoms frequently showcases his latest work, keeping his artistry at the forefront of the shop's legacy. Though Ryan tends to work quietly behind the scenes, away from the spotlight, his influence on counting cars is undeniable. He shaped the visual identity of the shop and brought a level of artistry that elevated the builds from simple restorations to collectible masterpieces. Today, Ryan Evans continues to push boundaries, ensuring that the creativity, precision, and heart that made counting cars iconic remain alive, inspiring fans and fellow car enthusiasts alike. Scott Jones, the no-nonsense shop manager. Have you ever wondered about the sharp, business-minded presence in the early seasons of Counting Cars? That was Scott Jones. Known for his no-nonsense approach, Scott served as the shop manager and bookkeeper at Count's Kustoms during the show's first 2 seasons, which began in 2012. His sudden departure before Season 3 left fans puzzled and curious. Scott's role was quite different from the rest of the team. While Danny Koker and the crew were focused on creativity, paint jobs, and wild custom builds, Scott concentrated on budgets, deadlines, and profits. He was the man with a calculator and an eye for every dollar spent. If deadlines slipped, he didn't hesitate to enforce discipline. And if Danny wanted to pour too much money into a flashy design, Scott would swiftly remind him of the cost. His direct, no-frills approach created a balance that kept the shop grounded. The tension between Scott and Danny became one of the show's defining early dynamics. Fans loved watching the visionary Danny clash with the pragmatic Scott. Arguments over selling cars versus keeping them for the collection made the show feel real. Yet when Season 3 arrived, Scott quietly stepped away. The on-screen explanation was brief. Scott moved to Tennessee after his son was born. While rumors swirled about conflicts or money issues, the truth was personal. Scott wanted to prioritize fatherhood. In Tennessee, he reconnected with longtime friend Dale Koker at Koker's Extreme Automotive. Away from cameras, Scott continued managing and running automotive businesses, blending his expertise with a quieter, family-focused lifestyle. Today, Scott remains deeply involved in cars while keeping life private, proving that sometimes stepping back from the spotlight allows for real fulfillment. Joseph "Doc" Dugan, the engine whisperer. At Count's Kustoms, Joseph Dugan, known as Doc, is the technical brain behind every engine and dyno. Unlike painters or custom fabricators, Doc focuses on integrating modern technology into classic cars. From tuning engines to installing fuel injection systems and advanced ignition setups, he ensures that vintage rides perform as well as, or sometimes better than, modern vehicles. On Counting Cars, Doc's role was hands-on. He handled dyno tuning, diagnostics, and electronics installations, showing viewers how he transformed classic cars into highly reliable machines. Dyno videos from the show, now archived on Count's Kustoms channels, still showcase his meticulous work. His expertise goes beyond horsepower. It's about safety, smooth performance, and enhancing the driving experience without altering the car's soul. In 2025, Doc remains a key figure in the custom car community. He shares project updates on social media, posts dyno videos, and continues engine builds, demonstrating that his skills are as relevant today as during the show's peak. By bridging classic craftsmanship with modern engineering, Doc has quietly revolutionized how people experience restorations, making cars both collector-worthy and functional for daily driving. Counting Cars first aired in 2012 on the History Channel, following the legendary Danny the Count Koker and his team in Las Vegas. The show captures the excitement of finding, restoring, and customizing cars and motorcycles, blending creativity, humor, and skill. With personalities like Ryan Evans, Horny Mike, Shannon Iiko, Kevin Mack, and the rest of the crew, it became more than a shop. It became a family. So, what do you think? Which Counting Cars star surprised you the most with their journey? Should the series make a comeback, or is it better remembered as the iconic classic it already is? Counting Cars gave us more than wild rides and custom builds. It showed us passion, creativity, and the people behind the machines. Today, the crew continues to shape car culture, on stage, behind the scenes, and in their own ways. Which Counting Cars star surprised you the most? Let us know, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more inside stories from your favorite shows.